This conference will now be recorded.
So guys, what is the command to start Jenkins? So java-jar jenkins.var file. Okay. So whenever we execute that one, right? Okay. So one session should be up and running. If that session goes down, okay, our application will also go down here. Okay. In order to avoid that, what we can do is we can run this Jenkins file in a backend. Okay. So that we can achieve using the nohub command. Nohub. Okay. What is the command? Java-jar and jenkins.var. Okay, and mention the ampersand. Okay, so what happens? So this job will run in the backend here. Okay, so backend in the sense it will run in the background. Okay, and so that whatever any other activities is there, we can do it here only. Okay, just enter. Okay, so it is running and the PID is 1323. Okay, so how to check? PS-EF. Okay, and you can see, sorry. Yeah, okay. So PS in the sense it is a process status, okay, and give grep Jenkins because my Jenkins is running in the backend in order to identify, sorry, NKINS Jenkins. Okay, you can see our Jenkins.var file is running in the backend and it is the PID of 1323. Okay, so how we can achieve now? So what I can do is just go to your IP address or take the IP address of your machine. Okay, copy this IP address and go to browser and paste the IP and mention colon 8080 is my port number, right, for Jenkins. Okay, see Jenkins and Jenkins. So both are same only. Username and password I mentioned it same. Okay, so guys, this is what the yesterday we have done, right? So we have just integrated, we have just created a one job. So guys, I hope you can able to hear me and there is no disturbance.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, so this is what the dashboard of a Jenkins, guys. Okay, and yesterday we have just created a one job. Okay, in that is my first job. Under that, what we have done is we have just downloaded the code from the Git. Okay, so rest of the things I need to do. Okay, we will do that one later on because I need to create it this Jenkins in a Windows machine because I needs to integrate all in. I mean, I need to all the softwares to be deployed in this Linux server. Okay, in order to avoid that, what I'm going to do is since all my softwares available in Windows, I'll just start integrating from the Windows box. Okay, so today what we will do is we will do the master slave configuration here. Okay, so this is the most important concept of in the Jenkins master slave configuration. Okay, so why it is required basically? So why it is required in the sense, guys, let's say you can see right now the Jenkins dashboard. Right now only one job is running. Okay, in my case. Okay, assume that if you have n number of jobs. Okay, so what will happen to the performance of my machine here, right? Okay, so it will impact the performance of my machine. So what we are going to do is, or else the system may get crash, right? There is a chance, right, because of high CPU utilization, high memory utilization, there is a chances of getting the impacting on my performance of my system. Okay, in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to create a one more machine. Okay, one more machine in the sense slave machine. Okay, the two machines will be available, that means in a two computer. Okay, in one computer we will be installing the Jenkins, in another computer it is just a one dummy server. Okay, so what we will do is we will just trigger a job in a Jenkins server. Okay, and the task is going to be executed in a slave machine, so that what happens, we can share the load of our machine to another instance. So that is the concept of master and slave configuration, guys. Okay, clear? Okay, so let's do how we can, I mean, how we need to do this one. So for that, what I need to do is I require a two instance. Okay, so since my already I have a one machine is running, right? So what I will do is I will create a two instance. Okay, I will have one more instance, and in that one I will make it as a Jenkins server. Another one will make it as a normal slave machine. Okay, so what I will do is just I will stop this one. It is not required. Okay, so finally I will create a two instances. So click on this launch instance. So initially you guys may feel difficulty guys because it is important one. Just practice it out. Okay. So I'm just taking the Red Hat machine. Okay, G2 micro is enough for me. And here in the number of instance, I'm going to change it to 2 because I require 2 instance. Okay, 10 GB of hard space is okay for me. Click on add tags. Okay, so tag we will add later on. Configure security group. Security group, what we will do guys? Okay, we require a port number, right? 8080. Let's open that port number 8080. Okay, and review and launch. Okay, and key pair, Devops key pair I'm using. Okay, so let the machine starts guys. Okay, till that time what all the things need to configure here. Okay, so let me list out of it. Okay, under master slave configuration we will be having a one master machine. Sorry. Okay, one master machine will be there and another one slave machine will be there. Correct. So first what are the things we need to do, we will list it out. Okay, and then we will do. Okay, first what we need to do is first I need to create a user. I need to create a user for dedicatedly for Jenkins, right? Okay, then what else? Set a password for that guy. Okay, then what else? Since this is the normal user guys, okay, correct. So whenever we create any user in a Linux machine, he will be the normal user. Okay, normally the user in the sense he cannot do any administrative privileges, he will be not available. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to give the sudo permission for this guy. Okay, so give sudo permission. Okay, give sudo permission for this guy. Okay, and then okay, and as you know guys, so since we are creating the instance in a Amazon Linux, right? So Amazon machine, so there we can able to log in using the PEM file, not with the username and password, right? Okay, so that configuration we need to change. Okay, so change password authentication, right? Then what else? Install Java because Jenkins requires a Java, right? Then what else? Jenkins. Okay, so these are all the things we need to create it in a master machine. Okay, whereas the same in a slave machine, only these configuration we need to do guys. Okay, rest of the things Java, sorry, Java is required. Okay, Jenkins is not required. Okay, so if I miss anything I will add it later on guys. Okay, so let's do the same thing one by one in our servers now. Okay, so let's go to AWS instance. So let me rename this instance now. Okay, one we will make it as a master and another one we will make it as a slave. Okay, so first we will configure the master machine. Okay, so click on connect. Okay guys, so I have created the instance now. I mean, okay, so this is we will make this machine as a master machine. Okay, so first what I need to do is I need to create a user. Okay, how to create? So user add. Okay, so for our use demonstration I will use the name as Jenkins only. Okay, but it is not mandatory guys. Okay, but I'm just taking it as a Jenkins. Okay, so it is saying permission denied because EC2 user is the normal user. Okay, he cannot do administrative privilege. So what I can do is I can give sudo permission for this. Sorry, not sudo permission, just prefix sudo. Okay, enter. So this sudo will not work for all the users, guys. Okay, so whoever all the user we have mentioned in a sudo file, right? Only for them they can able to access it. Otherwise, no. Okay, so we have just created a user called as a Jenkins, and then what we need to do is we need to set a password, right? So in order to set the password for the user, what is the command? PASSW and sorry, okay, PASSWD. That is the command to set the password for any of the user. Okay, so provide the password. I'm doing the same thing. Okay, done. We have set the password now. So what I need to do is I need to add this user to the sudoers file, right? Because I need to give the sudo permission for this user Jenkins, so that what happens, he will not get any issue like a permission denied issue. Okay, so I need to add it this user in a sudoers file here. Okay, so where is that sudoers file then? Okay, so it will be available in a etc sudoers file, but we can open it directly here using sudo VISUDO. So this is the file. Under that we need to add Jenkins the username. Okay, so guys, if you guys face any difficulty or in understanding, let me know, because it is very important. If you require, I will take one more to say. Okay, so vi sudo. So here we need to add this Jenkins user in this file. So where we need to add in the sense, here is there, right? Allow root to run any commands anywhere. Okay, so what is the user? Root user is it. So now what I need to do is I need to add a Jenkins user on below. Okay, so let's add a user here. So where is my cursor? Here it is. Okay, so where is my user? Jenkins. Okay, and then so you will get the down one, same thing without a password. Okay, what you need to do is just copy this. Okay, and paste it here. Right, simple, right? And enter. Okay, give a space for that. Okay, so then save this file. Okay, so one configuration is done. That means we have added the sudoers file in a, sorry, we have added the Jenkins user in a sudoers file. Second thing, what it is, it is password authentication we need to do. Okay, right now the password authentication is not there because it is logging in using PEM file, right? So we need to make it as a password authentication. Okay, so for that there is a one configuration file in a etc sorry sshd underscore config. Okay, this is one configuration file. Under that you will find a password. Okay, so here you can see password authentication, they have mentioned it as no. Okay, what you can do is just make it as yes, otherwise here in the first one just unhash this one. Okay, so instead of unhashing I will just make this one as instead of no to yes, so that what happens, it will now log in using the username and password, not with the PEM file. Not with the PEM file in the sense you can still able to log in using the PEM file, but we can able to access it using username and password as well. Okay, and done. So fine guys, now what I need to do is, okay, once you do all this configuration, okay, you need to restart this machine in order to reflect those changes. Okay, so just restart this machine. Sudo init 6. Okay, just use the command init 6, it will restart your machine. Okay, enter. Right, so this machine will go down. So parallelly what we will do, we will we will do the same configuration in the another machine, that is a slave machine. Okay, I will do it fast, guys, here. Okay, because the same configuration I'm doing it here. So the username I'm doing the same thing.
So why are you copying that password and pasting it over there? That all.
It will not ask. It will not ask for the password. It is an example they have provided there. Okay. Right. So now I have done the restarted all the machines. So till here I have done right in both the machine. Created a user, set the password, gave the sudo permission and password authentication also I have made. So now what I need to do is I need to install a Jenkins. One more thing is I need to configure passwordless communication. Password yes communication between these two servers. Okay, that is a master slave machines. Okay, so now what we will do, we will log in into the machine using the username and password, not with the web file. Okay, so in order to do that, so take the IP address of your machine. Okay, copy it and take any of your browser, I mean the SSH terminal, guys, that is putty or mova xterm, whatever it is. So I prefer mova xterm, guys, because here we can open the multiple windows. Okay, but in the real time we will find the putty and this one is same only, but one difference, here we can open multiple sessions. Simple. So click on sessions, SSH, paste the IP here. Okay, now we can able to log in using username and password, guys. Save it. So this is my master machine, right? So let's rename. Okay, then we'll log in parallelly in the another machine as well, slave machine. So take the IP address of this machine as well. New sessions, SSH, IP here. Slave machine. Okay, so right now we have a two machine. One is master, another one is the slave, guys. Now, right? So first in this in both the machine, guys, what we need to do is we need to install a Java. Okay, because Java is Jenkins is a Java-based application, hence Java is mandatory here. Okay, so let's install a Java here in both the machine. Sudo yum install. Sorry, what is that? Java -1. So here also we'll do the same. Sudo yum install Java -. Okay, So it's done. Okay, so we have done with the installation of Java. Now we need to do the passwordless communication between these two servers now. Okay, so how to do that? So in order to make the passwordless communication, what we need to do is we need to configure SSH key here. Okay, so fine. So whenever you are going to create a SSH key, guys, make sure for which user you are configuring it here. Okay, so you from that user only you need to generate a SSH key. Okay, so what is the command to generate a SSH key here? The command is SSH hyphen key gen. Don't worry about the steps, guys. Each and every step I mentioned in my notes with a screenshot. Okay, you can follow it. Okay, I will share these notes after this session. Okay, just in order to generate a SSH key, guys, the command is SSH hyphen key gen. Okay, enter. So it will ask you for the user inputs. Don't provide anything, keep it default. Okay, just enter, enter, enter. Right, it has created the SSH key, guys. Now, so this is what the SSH key. So now what we need to do is we need to copy this SSH key to the slave machine, so that what happens, so the communication between this master and slave machine, it will happen without using any username and password. Internally it communicates. Okay, there will be no user interrupts here. Okay, input is not required. Okay, so right now we have generated a SSH key. So how to copy this SSH key? I mean, to my slave machine, right? In order to do that, there is a one command SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID. Okay, so this is a command to copy any of the SSH key to any of your destination machine, right? So SSH hyphen copy hyphen ID to which user you want to copy. Okay, so in a slave machine I have a user called as the Jenkins, so this user I want to configure, right? So hence provide the username Jenkins. Okay, at the rate. So what is the IP address of this machine here? Okay, so go to your browser, I mean AWS console. Here you will get the IP address of your slave machine, copy it and paste it here. Okay, enter. So it is asking for the fingerprint, provide yes. Okay, it is asking for the password. It will be only for the one time password, guys. Next time it won't ask. Okay, so Jenkins is the password. Yes, it is now done. So how to check here? Okay, so before that, right now I am in the 174 machine. We can see here, we can check using the host name as well. Host name, sorry, host name hyphen I. Okay, so currently I'm in a 6074 server. Now what I will do, I will execute this command. Okay, it will not ask any password, guys. I can able to log in into the destination machine here, 121 server. Okay, so let me check. How to check? SSH Jenkins at the rate this IP address, right? 21, enter. Serious. So previously I was in a 74 server and now I am in a 121 server. Okay, internally from one machine to another machine it is communicating without using any user, without using any password here. Okay, so this is what the passwordless communication. So any doubts here, guys, in the passwordless communication? Okay, so once it is ready, okay, now what we will do, we will install a Jenkins now, okay, in this master machine. So let me clear my screen. So this is in a master machine. Java is already installed. Let's install a Jenkins here. So Jenkins. Okay, so we need to download this WAR file, copy, right, do the right click, and you'll get the option called as a copy link address. Copy it and go to your terminal and execute the command wget, sorry, wget, and paste the URL. it will download the Jenkins for us. Okay, wget is not available. Let's install it. So how to install? Sudo yum install wget -y. Okay, so let's download Jenkins. Okay, guys, it's done now. So Jenkins is available. Let's start the Jenkins. So how to start? Java -jar jenkins.y. So parallelly, what I need to do is I need to go to the browser. Okay, good. Click on this master because under master machine I'm installing the Jenkins. Copy this IP and go to your browser and paste the IP address here and give the port number 8080 because it Jenkins listens the port number of 8080. Okay, and here it is the password, initial admin password. Copy this one and paste it here. Just a second, it is still loading. Okay, it will install the Jenkins from a scratch case first now. Okay, it will install soon, no need to worry. In Linux it is fast case, whereas the same in a Windows it is of time. So till that time, if you have any doubt, you can ask once.
Yes, I have few questions. Okay. So uh, in AWS there are three instances now open, right? So one yesterday one which we installed, and one is a master, and another one is a slave, right? Hello.
Yes, guys, tell me now.
Yes, sir. So
Yeah, tell me.
in AWS,
Yes,
in AWS yesterday we installed one,
uh-huh.
Jenkins for one instance, one of the machine, right? So today we are installing for master. So
Hmm.
totally there are three machines available in AWS,
Ignore
right?
about the
So
yesterday's one. Okay, just yes. Don't get
no, so
confused.
just
Raja.
to
Yesterday's is different. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So for each and every instance we need to create a we need to install separately, right? So that's what the question actually about.
Every
Uh, in AWS actually there are three machines, sir. So one is yesterday one that you used, and another is a
correct.
master, and another one is a slave. So if I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to use any other machines, when you're clicking, when you're connecting to that particular machine, it is giving on SSH key, and we're through that we are connecting to the particular machine where our .pem file is available, right? So for that, for
Hmm.
each and every machine, we need to install Jenkins separately
Why you
under
are going to
AWS.
install Jenkins separately? Just why you want to
Today,
install it? My question is that.
yes, sir. So yesterday you have
See,
installed in.
don't get confused, Raja. Okay. See, yesterday I had just shown how to install a Jenkins in the Linux machine. Simple. Okay. So today what I'm going to do is I'm doing the master and slave configuration. Okay. So for that, see, yesterday we have already installed the Jenkins machine, right? So what I did is I just ignored that machine and I took one more. I just took the another two fresh servers. Okay. Under that, I have made one as a master, another one as a slave. Simple.
Mhm.
Don't ignore about the three machines, four machines. Okay, just concentrate on this. I mean, configuration here. Okay.
Okay.
See, after this one, I'm going to delete these two machines here. Okay. So right now you can see right the master and slave. Once the session is complete, I'm going to delete all these things. Okay. Only I will keep this DevOps practice.
Okay. So
Master
yesterday
and
we
slave.
installed in DevOps.
Yes, Raja. I agree. Here I have already installed it. Right. Okay. How can I install
Mhm.
it one more time?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Correct. Right. I have
Yeah,
already
yeah, correct,
installed
correct.
in that much. Hence, I
Yes,
took
sir.
the one another two fresh servers.
Okay.
Thank you. So where it went. Okay, so this is the Jenkins in a fresh server, guys. Now here, okay. So what was my concept? Master and slave configuration we were doing now. Okay, so now we have configured the master machine. Okay, and slave machine is also ready. Okay, the only difference is Jenkins is not available in the slave machine. Rest of the things, all the configuration is same. Okay, and so now what I will do, I will create a job in a master machine. Okay, whatever the task is there, it is going to execute in a slave machine. Okay, so what it is going in the backend, it is sharing the workload to another machine in the normal language. Okay, with an example I will show you now. So before that I have just configured the instance now. Okay, I need to configure this master and slave configuration in a Jenkins now. Okay, so in order to do that one, go to your Jenkins browser, and under that you will get the option called as a manage Jenkins in the left hand side. So click on that. So here the UI has been changed, guys. Here, yeah, so here manage nodes, so click on this. So right now you can see only one machine is there, that is the master. So the where the my Jenkins is running, right, same machine. Okay, so now what we will do, we will add the new, we have created the new instance, right, there is a slave machine, so that we will add it here. Okay, how to add? Click on this new node and provide the name. Let's give the name as my slave machine. I'm just giving the name here. Okay, and click on permanent agent and add it. Okay, so it will open a n number of options. It is asking, we need to provide it. Okay, description, you can provide anything here. Okay, and number of executors, guys. So this number of executors you can see, right, one is there. Okay, so what it indicates, number of executors in the sense number of parallel jobs you can run in a slave machine. So that value it is in a real time, it will be 4 to 5. Okay, so number of, this is an interview question, guys. Okay, so what is this 100%, they will ask all these questions. Okay, so what is the number of executors here? Number of executors in the sense number of jobs you can run parallelly in a slave machine. Okay, that value it is. Okay, I'm just keeping it as a 1. Then the remote root directory. Okay, so as I told you, we are going to share my workload to another machine, right? But in that machine, where exactly it has to work, right? So for that it requires a one directory or a one location. Okay, so that location we needs to provide here. Okay, so for that what I can do is just I will go and create one location for this guy. I think this machine went down, it seems. Just a second, let me connect one more time. Slave, I think I can connect here only. So what is this IP? 121, right? Okay. So what I will do, I will create a one directory in the slave machine. Let's create, okay, like a Devops. I'm just creating a one directory here. I'll give this location. Okay. So home, Jenkins, Devops. So whatever the task is there, sorry, it is going to be performed under this location, guys, in a slave machine. Okay. So go to the Jenkins and provide this location. Okay, done. Then comes the label. Okay, for this one we need to provide any label. So why we require this label? In the sense, whenever we are triggering the job in a Jenkins, right, using this label name only, we will inform the Jenkins to run this specific job in the slave machine. Okay, otherwise it will run in the master one only. Okay, so let me give this label as a app server. You can provide any name, guys. Okay, it is not mandatory to have a app server, you can provide anything. Okay, then come down. Okay, so use this node as much as possible. Launch the agent by connecting it to master. Okay, so you need to select launch agent via SSH. Okay, so it is asking for the host name. Go to the your machine and copy this IP here, okay, of your slave machine, and provide the IP here. Simple. Okay, then it asks for the credentials of it. Let's add it. So the credentials of the slave machine is a Jenkins, and the password is also Jenkins, and we'll say this one as a slave, right? Okay, okay, done. So once you save this, okay, you can see now, guys, under the slave machine right now I am in a home Jenkins DevOps. Right now there is no files. Okay, once the configuration is success, one configuration file is going to be stored under that location, guys. Okay, so click on save. Okay, you can see right now it is showing in a green mark, I mean red color, right? It has to go now. If it shows the red color, then our configuration is something wrong, we need to fix that. Okay, you can see that cross mark has gone now. And here in the DevOps location, you check ls. See this remoting and remoting.jar file has been created here. Okay, this is the configuration file. Okay, we have not created. It is just a configuration file from a master to slave. Now what I will do, guys, I will go and create a job in a Jenkins. Okay, one simple job, but that job will run in the slave machine. Okay, simple. So let me create a job. Click on create. Let me view my first job. I'm selecting the freestyle only and click on OK. So here is my code available in a GitHub, right? So open GitHub is the remote repository, guys. So here is my Apache Maven project. So copy this code here and go to Jenkins. So I'm not going to provide the description and all. Directly I'm giving the Git credential, I mean repository of my project. Okay, it is throwing error because the Git is not available. Let's install it. Okay, so let's refresh. Sorry, I have installed in, okay, in master I need to install. Just a second. Okay, what is the IP address of this machine here? 120, 1 second. So this is the machine, right? Master machine. I'm just installing the Git, guys, in this machine. Git is not available, hence the issue.
So one more question, sir. So Git by default it is available, right? When we install Jenkins, that is a default plugin, right? Yesterday you said.
Yes, yes, correct.
But
So
yeah,
that, yeah, yes,
why
Rajat.
we are installing in a master branch? It is not.
It is not a master branch, it is a master server first thing.
Sorry. Yeah, master
And
server. Yeah.
okay, and the plugin is available, okay, but the software is not available there. Okay, so hence the issue. So I'll show you what plugin and all in the next session, so you'll come to know. So whatever the initially it has installed, right? It is not a software, it is just a plugin. So plugin in the sense, right now you can see this source code management, you are getting this Git, right? So how it is coming in the sense on top, because of this plugin, it is coming here. Okay. So whatever the tools he wants to configure, we need to download the respective plugin for that. Then only you will get the options like this. Otherwise, no. Starting whatever you saw, right there, those are all the plugins, not softwares. Okay. So here is my code. Okay. Now the error gone. So let's add a credentials. Okay. Now guys, so yesterday we have done the same thing, right? So now how I will install this, sorry, now how I will inform this Jenkins to run this job in a slave machine, because if I just save this one and trigger a build, it will runs in a master machine. Okay, but I want this job to be run in a slave machine, right? In order to do that, as I told, labels. Okay, so here in a general section, you will get a one option called as a restrict where this job can be run. Okay, this option you will get it. Okay, so just click on this. Okay, it will ask you for the label. Okay, if you remember, guys, we have given the label there, right? So click on this label, you will get the option server. Okay, so now what I will do is I will just trigger the job in the Jenkins master here, but whatever the task is there, it is going to be executed in a slave machine, guys. Okay, so let me save and trigger a build here. Okay, I will show in the backend, guys, once it is success. Okay, it is finished with success, guys. Okay, now you can see this is a master machine and this is a slave machine. Okay, I have triggered the job in a Jenkins master, guys, but task will be executed in a slave machine. Okay, how to identify? You can go to the slave machine, guys. Okay, under slave machine I have provided one location, okay, where it has to execute, right? That is a home Jenkins Devops I have given here. Okay, under this file, now check ls. See, guys, one workspace has been created. If you remember, under Jenkins folder also one workspace directory was there, right? Under that workspace only all our code will be available, right? So here you can see workspace has been created. Under that, go into this location. Under that, you will get the job name. Okay, my first job. Under that, you can see all your code is available now, right? So what happens? We can able to share the workload from one machine to another machine, guys. Okay. Any doubts, guys, here? So the configuration is quite bigger thing. I will share the note. Just practice it out. Okay. Then you can able to do it. Do one
Yes, sir.
thing.
It's quite
Just make
confusing.
a just do one thing. Just to make a checklist like this. Okay. Then it will be easy. Okay, I will share the notes after this session, guys. Okay, in the notes I have mentioned it clearly. Okay, let me show you as well. Where is Jenkins? Yeah, it is gonna confusing. Configuration is quite confusing and big also, but it is very important. Okay, 100% I'm
Yes,
sure
sir.
they will ask. Yeah, here only I mentioned. Okay, configuring the master slave machine. Okay, under master, what you need to do is create the Jenkins user. The command also I have mentioned here like this. Okay, and whenever you get any permission denied issue, guys, okay, use sudo prefix. Okay, so under sudo's file, you need to add the Jenkins user, the same thing I have added here. Okay, everything, each and every step with the command I have mentioned, just follow the same steps. Okay, everything I mentioned clearly, just follow the same steps, you can able to do it. Okay, so try it out, guys. Okay, if you get any doubts, okay, if still you are facing any issues, okay, I will take one more session if you guys require on Monday.
Sure.
Okay,
Good.
try it out. Okay, try it after this class, I will share the notes, please try it out. Okay, and one more thing, guys, so as we discussed early, okay, earlier, so we thought of having a session tomorrow, right, at 4:30 p.m. I hope everybody is available.
Yes, sir. I'm available.
Okay, so fine, guys. Okay, tomorrow we'll try to have a session on AWS. We'll start parallelly so that we can complete it out as early as possible, right? We will have a session at 4:30 p.m., guys. Okay, I have some work, I'm just going outside. Okay, if I face any difficulty there, we will have a session at 9 p.m. Okay, anyhow I will update the same thing.
Okay, sir. Not an issue.
uh, so I will try to complete it without 4:30, before 5:30. Okay, I mean, sorry, 4:30. Okay, if it is not possible, we'll have it same at 9 p.m.
Sure, sure.
Okay, guys, bye then. Okay, good night, have a great day, guys.
Thank you.